Hey YouTubers, so I'm coming here from the garage. Yes, the garage, finally. I know if you saw my earlier video, you probably are like, yeah, that's a real fuck up, real fuck up in general. So, yeah, trying to smoke outside in the pouring rain, yeah, almost ruined the damn iPhone, the goddamn iPhone. So, anyway, enough of that crap. So, finally, the nice warm comfort of the garage. Anyway, so I'll be smoking a big ass cigar right now, smoking this New World cigar, big ass cigar for life. Let's light this bad boy up right now. Yeah, thankfully, the phone didn't get ruined, nor did the lighter get ruined. I was more concerned about the phone because the phone is worth like $400, and the lighter is only worth like $2 or $3, if that. So, preference being, I would prefer the lighter get ruined, and there have been times in the past where my lighter has gotten ruined by the rain. So, I use Bic lighters, if you're wondering. Bic lighters, not Dick lighters. Yeah, Bic lighters, not Dick lighters. And Bic lighters are very inexpensive, like, $2 a piece. So, yeah, very inexpensive lighters. Ooh! Cigars are a lot stronger than pipes. Yeah, that's a lot stronger than a pipe. Anyway, there we go. So, yeah, it was pouring rain outside earlier this morning. Car going by. Wow, that car's going way too fast. Going way too fast. See, I was pouring outside this morning. It was super, super, super rainy outside this morning. And I was like, I had to smoke outside because my parents were moving some stuff into the closet downstairs, and essentially the door was barricaded, meaning I couldn't open the downstairs door, not the whore, the door. Oh, car going by. Yeah, I couldn't open the downstairs door, not the whore, the door. Yeah, door, not whore. Pepper, not pecker. Corn, not porn. Cocks, not rocks. Deck, not dick. Whatever. So, yeah, I couldn't open the goddamn door because it was barricaded with stuff that was being moved into the closet. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just smoke outside, So I smoked outside, and even under, there was an umbrella outside that's not really up right now. I was like, oh, God. And my phone was getting soaked. I was like, I hope it doesn't get into the circuits of the phone. So, thankfully the phone didn't sustain any damage because it's a $400 phone. That's very damn good. And the lighter itself, this Bic lighter, not Dick lighter, yeah, Bic lighter, not Dick lighter, thankfully it didn't sustain any damage. The water didn't get into the circuits of the Bic lighter, not Dick lighter, so that's pretty good. But I was more concerned about my phone, obviously, because I've really never smoked outside when it's really, 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 really wet outside, really, really wet outside. So, whew, it is smoky in the garage. Yeah, get that smoke out of the garage. That's the reason I keep the garage door open, or I smoke out of the patio, is because I don't like, I really don't like sitting in like a smoky room. Like, the only time I will smoke in like a super smoky room is at my tobacconist smoking lounge. That's the only time I'll smoke indoors. is at the tobacconist smoking lounge. Basically, they have a room where you can smoke and, essentially light up a cigar or a pipe and smoke there. But other than that, I never smoke inside. I mean, I've taken a couple puffs off a thing, inside the house. The house, I've taken a couple puffs off something inside the house. And obviously in my apartment, it's a violation of my lease to smoke inside. And obviously I don't want to get evicted, so I would never smoke inside. I've never smoked inside in general. But I really don't like the sensation of being like in a closed space, a closed room with lots and lots of secondhand smoke. I used to keep the garage door shut during the wintertime, and man, oh man, it would just fill up the garage with like smoke. The garage would just be filled with secondhand smoke. And I think that led to me developing some acute respiratory problems because I started to get like chest colds and not anything serious like pneumonia or anything like that, but I started to get like acute like chest infections, or like not really chest infections, but like acute like colds, like seasonal colds and like allergies. So that was back in like 2011. So yeah, I really don't like smoking in a closed area. I know some people, think cigarette smokers, people who smoke cigarettes, like that. They like just like sitting in a room filled with smoke, and that's kind of like how smokers are portrayed to be, is just sitting in a closed room filled with smoke. I really don't like that shit. I really don't like that shit at all. It's really, really gives me a headache, just sitting in a closed room. It's just filled to the brim with secondhand smoke. And maybe if I was a cigarette smoker, which I'm not, maybe I would appreciate it more, because I guess with people with cigarettes, they get so used to the smoke because they're smoking so often, so goddamn often. They're smoking so often, they get so used to smoke. The smoke odor in their clothes, the smoke odor in their breath, the smoke odor on their facial hair. They get so used to it. It doesn't bother them because they're so used to the smoke. You know, I don't. I mean, I smoke typically 3 times a day. That's typically how much I smoke. A lot of people on YouTube think I'm a big time like chain smoker. Um, you know, I'm really not. Like 3 times a day, like typically during the week, 3 pipes a day, and then on the weekends, 2 pipes and 1 cigar. So, I mean, I smoke a lot more than the average person. The average pipe smoker only smokes 1 or 2 times a day, if that. Excuse me. And the average cigar smoker only smokes, on average, maybe a couple cigars a week. So I'm smoking a lot more than the average user, but I don't just enjoy just sitting in a room just filled with smoke, just breathing in all sorts of like shitty secondhand smoke. It's really not pleasant. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I go to the tobacco shop Watch City Cigar in Framingham, I love sitting in their lounge and watching TV and, talking with people and, relaxing and having coffee, and having water and smoking in the lounge. But I can't imagine doing that more than like once every couple months. Because I think if I did it ever more than once every couple months, I think I would start to get like allergies, like acute chest infections. I really do. I really think if I smoked in that lounge, like every single, like, well, I don't know, maybe I'll take that back because there was a time back in 2013, 2012, 2011 when I was going to that smoking lounge like every week, like every single week, like once a week. I was going there during college, and I never got it. Knock on wood. I never got any chest infections or any allergies or like any kind of like ear infections from being in a room with secondhand smoke over and over and over again. So maybe I take that back. But I mean, maybe nowadays, 10 years later, that my body's a little bit different. Because they say you're, whew, smoky. They say your body changes, and I think my body is a lot less tolerant to smoke nowadays than it was, say, 10 years ago. I think my body is more sensitive to smoke than at 33 years old as opposed to, say 20 or 21. I think my body is a lot less tolerant to smoke. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can still smoke. I can still fucking smoke. But my body is a lot more sensitive to the smoke. Like I do get, the morning cough. I do get the morning cough now. I do get, some like congestion, like mucus in the morning. So I think my body is more sensitive to the smoke, especially. So I'm not sure nowadays if I did that. If nowadays I smoked every single week in that lounge and basically, was exposed to the secondhand smoke every single week. I'm not sure nowadays how my body would react. My guess is I would probably start coughing more. I would probably start, coughing quite a bit more. So, because I think my body is more sensitive to smoke and secondhand smoke nowadays than it was, 10, 15 years ago. So, because obviously when you start smoking, after only a year or two, I mean, there's a handful of people that have developed, serious life-threatening things. But generally, it takes time. It takes time for your body to develop things. It took me, over 5 years to develop the morning cough. So it takes time in general. So I think my body wouldn't be as tolerant to, all that secondhand smoke nowadays as opposed to it was like 10 years ago or 12 years ago. I mean, I could be wrong. Oh, car going by. Car going by. I mean, I could be dead wrong. I mean, I could smoke in that lounge every single week and not have any issues with my respiratory issues. But I mean, I think my body is more sensitive nowadays, as I get into my 30s as opposed to my early 20s. I get the gag reflex from the smoking. I get the morning cough. I get the congestion in the morning. And those are some things I notice. Like, yeah. So I think it would not be a good idea to do it. I think keeping it as a very special treat, very special occasional treat. Maybe once every 2 months, once every 3 months, going to the cigar lounge and smoking in the cigar lounge. I think that's probably safe. Or safer, I should say. Nothing is safe with tobacco. Nothing is safe with tobacco. I should say it's safer. So, um, So I'm actually going to the tobacco shop today. I'm going to the tobacco shop today in about 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to the tobacco shop today. I have to buy some pipe tobacco, some pipe tobacco for my pipe, for the douchebag trolls who are wondering. Yeah, pipe tobacco for my pipe. Yeah, I have to buy another 8-ounce bag. I went through that 8-ounce bag really quickly, like a son of a bitch. So I went through that 8-ounce bag in about a month. Whoo, smoky. Get that smoke right the hell out of the garage. The hell out of that garage. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll be going to the tobacco shop, be getting some pipe tobacco, 8-ounce bag. I'm not sure what brand I'm going to get this time. That American cut plug tobacco, not butt plug tobacco. Yeah, American cut plug tobacco, not butt plug tobacco. That was, I kind of didn't like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad tobacco. It wasn't a bad tobacco. It was just kind of hard to pack and very, very wet and moist. It's not like somebody pissing if they're pecker, you know. But I would say it's very, very wet and moist. So maybe I'll get something different. I think all their house blends are the same price. I don't think they have different prices. Like some tobacco shops will price things differently based on like English, aromatic, Virginia's, non-aromatics. I think all their tobaccos are pretty much priced the same. So I'm definitely not going to get like a flake or like a crumble cake. I don't want to be dealing with that shit, you know. As in bullshit is bullshit, you know. But maybe I'll get like, you know, I mean, I don't want to really get an aromatic because, you know, aromatics, they burn really hot. You know, I was smoking that RLP6 or Harvard Square, RLP6, that stuff burns so damn hot. I mean, really, really irritating my mouth, you know, really, really burning hot. You know, lane 1Q, that stuff burns really, really hot, really damn hot. So, I don't know what I'll get. Maybe I'll get like a ribbon cut, you know, like English blend. I haven't smoked an English blend or a lot of Kia-based blend for quite some time. Yeah, it's been quite some time since I smoked a lot of Kia-based blend. So, you know, maybe I will smoke, you know, a lot of Kia-based blend. This is actually the first video I've made of me smoking a cigar in quite some time. This is me smoking a big-ass cigar. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'll get for tobacco. They have several house blends, so and their house blends are good. People might ask, do they blend the tobaccos on the premise, or is it like bulk tobacco they rename? And the answer is they blend the tobacco on the premise. So they are unique tobaccos. They are unique tobaccos. Pretty much everything there is unique. So unique ass like the big ass cigar. So yeah, I think I'll get some good tobacco just to smoke. I think I'd definitely get a ribbon cut because I really don't want to be dealing with like shag cut or like, you know, flake or like crumble cake or like, you know, cut plug, not butt plug, you know. I really don't want to be dealing with anything like that. Ooh, the cigar's starting to split a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll get something, you know, pretty simple. You know, something that's pretty easy to pack. So my dad and I are going. He's driving me. My dad is driving me to the tobacco shop. And the tobacconist is going to be there. The big ass tobacconist, like the big ass cigar. You know, he's going to be there. So, a lot of people say, I've gotten this comment quite a bit, that I smoke too quickly. A lot of people say that I smoke too quickly. And honestly, I kind of get what you're saying, that I smoke too quickly. But honestly, I kind of like the way I smoke. People have said, you really don't know how to smoke a pipe, you really are smoking way too quickly, It's like, I'm happy with the way I smoke, I think I smoke pretty good. Oh, the band has to come off. Yeah, people have commented and said, oh, I have to touch up the cigar. One sec. Okay. There we go. I have gotten comments that say, I smoked way too quickly. And that's probably true to a certain degree. A certain degree that I smoke a little bit too quickly. I mean, I know that some people will only take like one puff. See, some people who smoke cigars will smoke like this. And will take one puff like that. Other people who smoke cigars will smoke like this. And take like a double puff. And then other people who smoke cigars will smoke more like this. And take like multiple puffs. I don't know. I like to take at least a couple puffs off my cigar when I smoke. I like to take a couple puffs. And, honestly, at the end of the day, it's my cigar. It's like, I'm the one who paid the money for it. It's like, you can criticize me, you can whine at me, you can bitch at me all you want, but I mean, it's really my cigar. It's like, I'm the one who paid $5 or $6 to get it. It's like, because it's not your cigar. It's like, Yeah, see there I took several puffs. I am aware that when you take several puffs, you get a different sort of like, almost like nutty taste as opposed to like a more solid like tobacco taste. So, yeah. So things here are going well. I hope I can sleep well tonight. I slept pretty well last night. Yeah, last night I fell asleep around 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning. Fell asleep around 1 o'clock. And I had to take an extra medication. Yeah, extra medication to help me fall asleep. Another thing with me is I typically don't smoke the back half of the cigar. Like, see right here how much is left of the cigar. I'm probably going to take it like a few more puffs and put this out. People say, wow, that's such a waste of tobacco. Well, it gets kind of mushy. See, it gets kind of mushy. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye.